watch that Instagram clip Meghan just dropped? She probably thought she was serving gold. Cute dance moves, a glimpse of that famous baby bump, and a sprinkle of her signature humor. Instead, it exploded into one of the biggest online faceplants we've seen in ages. Let me spill all the tea on how one short video turned into a full-blown crisis for her, and why even Netflix is sweating bullets over it. Meghan kicked things off with what she pitched as an empowering glimpse into post-royal motherhood.
Like the cringe, it made me gag. It was so disgusting.
Imagine this, a dreamy glow effect, the camera cutting to her tapping her feet rhythmically as if to the beat of everyday life. And that signature Meghan smile that once lit up tabloids. Plus, of course, that bump, which baffled more than a few viewers as it seemed to shift angles with every move.
I'm witnessing an entitled, arrogant, bitter, twisted little man who's had his claws dug into by a manipulative LA lady.
She clearly intended to show she's still down to earth, witty, and fully embracing her next chapter. Instead, the internet logged in and collectively wondered, wait, did I stumble into a bargain basement sitcom audition?
Vulgar and vile. That is Meghan Markle twerking in the delivery room, apparently waiting to give birth to Lila.
Within minutes, fans had turned reaction gifs and snarky one-liners into a full-blown meme festival. And by the time anyone could say post-production, the clip was already the highlight reel of reaction videos across every platform. Within seconds of that video going live, the usual parade of heart eye emojis vanished.
So we can hear from those PAs, who I know at least one of them was regularly reduced to tears by the bullying from Meghan Markle. And if Meghan doesn't think she did bully, she can sue me, because I've said it now.
Replaced almost instantaneously by a tsunami of cringy gifs, savage one-liners, and facepalm memes. The same fans who once shouted, "Yas, Queen," were now furiously typing, "What on earth did we just watch?" Comment threads lit up with critiques of her stilted lines. That "I'm a mom, hear me roar" vibe felt so forced. Mockeries of her offbeat dance moves. Did she forget to learn choreography? And of course, endless fixation on the bump. Is that real? Is someone testing AI on her belly? Major product placement fail. Within the hour, conspiracy theories ran wild. Some swore it was a stunt to boost engagement, others speculated it was all paid promo, and a few self-appointed journalists practically declared they had uncovered Photoshop artifacts in her midsection. By midday, #LoveMeghanFail was trending globally, uniting casual scrollers, hardcore superfans, and amused onlookers in a massive roast session. Even usually staunch defenders found themselves hesitating, commenting things like, "I want to love it, but something's just off." Meanwhile, reaction channels and meme accounts piled on, stitching the clip with sarcastic captions, overlaying cartoon sound effects, and remixing her moves into parody reels. What was supposed to be a sweet, relatable peek into her life had instead become the internet's new favorite punchline. And just like that, Meghan's mom moment was overshadowed by the roaring, relentless chorus of, "Did she really think this was a good idea?" Inside the glass and steel corridors of Netflix HQ, the mood shifted from confident buzz to tight-lipped jitters almost overnight. Greg Peters, the company's CEO, is said to have nearly dropped his morning coffee when the PR team's damage control bulletin landed in his inbox, complete with charts showing engagement plummeting and brand sentiment sliding into the red. Every slide screamed brand hemorrhage, not the brand boost Meghan's team had promised. Meanwhile, Ted Sarandos, long heralded as Meghan's champion within Netflix, found himself walking a precarious tightrope. On one side, he personally backed her post-royal projects, believing in her star power. On the other, skeptical board members were firing off urgent emails demanding proof that this backlash was just a blip. Rumor has it there were closed-door meetings where analysts argued over whether With Love Meghan Season 2 could still pull in subscribers, or if shelving it now would stem greater losses later. Insiders whisper about heated debates in conference rooms, some execs pushing to fast-track cancellation notices, others urging patience, convinced a strategic pivot might still salvage things. Test screening data, they mutter, came back so underwhelming that even veteran Netflix focus group leaders were stunned, calling the episodes empty and tone-deaf. Through it all, Sarandos has been caught between loyalty to Meghan's vision and the board's mounting impatience. Spoiler alert. As of today, no final verdict has been handed down, leaving Season 2 hanging in an uneasy limbo. Paramount, after watching the online meltdown unfold, their top execs reportedly circled the wagons and shelved every discussion about future Meghan-led projects. No press release, no fanfare, just a silent thanks, but no thanks. One insider quipped that the branding team shivered at the thought of hashtag #MeghanMess trending alongside our logo. Meanwhile, whispers around town say studios like Warner Brothers and Amazon are treating her pitches like unwanted spam. Always read, never replied to. Risk management wonks argued that by the time she wrapped her next scripted gig, the headlines would read "Hollywood Gamble Gone Wrong," and nobody wanted that headline under their belt. It seems the industry consensus was clear. When the heat is this intense, better to shrug and move on than stick around for the fallout. Remember those ride-or-die supporters who jump into the comment trenches to defend every smile, every interview, every carefully curated post? Within days, a shocking number of them hit unfollow, scrubbed Meghan's past praise from their profiles, and swapped out heart reacts for eye roll emojis. Even some of her most ardent defenders posted cryptic goodbyes. Time for a break. Need a fresh start before vanishing from her notifications. Meanwhile, Netflix's focus groups delivered more bad news. Test screenings for Season 2 reportedly left audiences shrugging, comparing the experience to sipping lukewarm decaf instead of their usual high-octane binge blend. Participants described the new episodes as hollow, self-indulgent, and tone-deaf, with many admitting they checked their phones halfway through, an ultimate sign of disengagement. Online fan hubs that once buzzed with hashtag Team Meghan memes and fan art now echoed with frustrated comments like, "I want to love her, but it's just not clicking." And is she even listening to feedback? That shift from "I stand forever" to "I'm done with this drama" is the clearest alarm bell you can get. When your most passionate supporters start ghosting you, it underscores a deeper fracture. They're not just tuning out, they're actively choosing to turn the page. In true Meghan style, she didn't retreat, she doubled down. First came a carefully worded statement explaining that the video was meant to be a lighthearted reminder that parenthood doesn't have to mean giving up your sense of humor. She spoke directly to moms and dads, saying she wanted everyone to know, you can still laugh, you can still play, even when life gets messy. It sounded heartfelt, but social media saw a calculated PR spin. Latte-sipping moms in group chats rolled their eyes at the polished phrasing in that perfectly timed quote. Next up was her solo podcast monologue, an hour-long, no-interviewer ramble where Meghan spoke in the third person. Meghan believes that joy is essential. Meghan wants parents to feel seen. Almost as if she were narrating a character in one of her own docuseries. She recapped the backlash, pointed out that criticism comes with the territory, and reiterated her mission to be a beacon of light for busy families. Yet every time she used Meghan instead of I, it came off less like authenticity and more like a scripted audition for a future memoir. The result? Clips from the monologue spread faster than wildfire, edited down to sound bites of her most narcissism alarm bell moments. Viewers mocked the self-references, dubbing it the royal echo chamber. Comments ranged from, "We get it, Meghan, you're a queen in your own head," to, "When did this turn into a one-woman show?" Even sympathetic accounts couldn't help but point out the disconnect between her glamorous lifestyle, nannies, handlers, and gated estates, and the universal parenting struggles she claimed to represent. Almost as soon as the dust settled on the comments sections, armchair detectives across TikTok and X, formerly Twitter, went into forensic mode, zooming and enhancing every frame of that bump like it was evidence in a crime drama. Some claimed it was a staged promotional stunt engineered by her PR team. Others swore they spotted mismatched shadows and alleged a badly rendered CGI effect. Video sleuths even paused particular frames, overlaying them with before and after comparisons that flooded meme pages and celebrity gossip feeds. Behind closed doors, insiders whisper of a real-life power struggle. On one side, Meghan pushing hard to protect her creative control and personal brand. On the other, Netflix's board fumbling over damage control strategies. Reports hint at secret strategy sessions where execs debated leaking selected focus group clips to the press, either to soften the blow or to force Meghan into retooling her approach. Some say Sarandos tried to broker peace, offering her editorial changes. Others suggest Peters quietly floated the idea of recasting her as a recurring guest on existing shows, rather than fronting her own series. Of course, none of these behind-the-scenes skirmishes are confirmed. Yet the swirling rumors only stoke the fire. In today's digital age, once your authenticity is on the chopping block, no amount of fine-tuned editing or carefully crafted apology can fully repair the damage. And when tabloid headlines shout bumpgate and boardroom drama in the same breath, it becomes nearly impossible to separate fact from fiction. Right now, With Love Meghan Season 2 is crawling toward release with zero fanfare. No flashy promos, no red carpet premieres, just a quiet, almost hopeful whisper that maybe the tide will turn. Meanwhile, Meghan's pitching new ideas to MTV and Disney, but the M word around town is risk. After this level of public unraveling, even a multi-million-dollar name can feel like a gamble. Conclusion: can Meghan stage a comeback? So, here's the million-dollar question. Can she flip this narrative and win back hearts?